Utigurs were nomadic equestrians who flourished in the Pontic-Caspian steppe in the 6th century AD. Etymology: the name Utigur are recorded as Omicron Tau Rho Iota Gamma Omicron Upsilon Rho Omicron Iota Omicron Tau Omicron Upsilon Rho Gamma Omicron Upsilon Rho Omicron Iota and Omicron Tau Rho Iota Gamma Omicron Upsilon is generally considered as a metathersized form suggested by Gayula Nemeth of Turkish *Kota Oga, thus the *Uturga mean 30 Ogas. Lavhos Ligeti proposed Uta, while Louis Bazin Uturka, Kuturga and Kudermak. There has been little scholarly support for theories linking the names Kutrigur and Utigur to peoples such as the Guti, Kuti and or Udi, Uti, of ancient Southwest Asia and the Caucasus respectively, which have been posited by scholars such as Osman Karate and Yuri Zuev. No evidence has been presented that the Guti moved from the homeland in the Zagros Mountains to the steppes, and they are widely believed to have spoken an Indo-European language. The Udi were mentioned by Pliny the Elder in connection with the Aorsi, the Sarmatians, and a Scythian caste tribe known as the Arateres, who lived above the maritime coast of Albania and the Udini on the western shores of the Caspian Sea. Neither is there general acceptance of Edwin G. Pulley-Blank's suggestion that the Utigurs may be linked to the Yuezhi, an Indo-European people that settled in western China during ancient times. History: the origin of relative tribes Utigurs and Kutrigurs is obscure. Procopius wrote that, beyond the Sagins dwell many Hunnish tribes. The land is called Evlasia and barbarians populate the seacoast and the inland up to the sea-called Lake of Meotida and the river Tanais. The people living there were called Cimmerians, and now they are called Utigurs. North of them are the populous tribes of the Antes. Quote, they occupied the Donezhedov steppe zone, the Kutrigurs in the western part and the Utigurs towards the east. Procopius also recorded a genealogical legend according to which, in the old days many Huns, called then Cimmerians, inhabited the lands mentioned already. They all had a single king. Once one of the kings had two sons, one called Utigur and another called Kutrigur. After the father's death they shared the power and gave the names to the subjected peoples, so that even nowadays some of them are called Utigurs and the others Kutrigurs. This story was also confirmed by the words of the Utigur ruler Sandilch: it is neither fair nor decent to exterminate our tribesmen, who not only speak a language identical to ours, who are our neighbors and have the same dressing and manners of life, but who are also our relatives, even though subjected to other lords. Agathias wrote, all of them are called in general Scythians and Huns in particular according to the nation. Thus, some are Utrigurs or Utigurs and yet others are Ultazurs and Burugans. The Ultazurs and Burugans were known up to the time of the Emperor Leo and the Romans of that time and appear to have been strong. We, however, in this day, neither know them, nor, I think, will we. Perhaps they have perished or perhaps they have moved off to very far place. When the Kutrigurs invaded the lands of the Byzantium Empire, Emperor Justinian I, through diplomatic persuasion and bribery, dragged the Kutrigurs and Utigurs into mutual warfare. Utigurs led by Sandilch attacked the Kutrigurs who suffered great losses. According to Procopius, Agathias and Menander, the Kutrigurs and Utigurs decimated one another until they lost even the tribal names. Some Kutrigur remnants were swept away by the Avars to Pannonia, while the Utigurs remained in the Pontic steppe and fell under the rule of the Turks. The last mention was by Menander Protector, who recorded among the Turk forces that attacked Bosphorus in 576 an Utigur army led by chieftain Alpha Nu Alpha Gamma Alpha Iota Omicron Sigma. Bosphorus fell to them c. 579 AD. In the same year, Byzantine embassy to the Turks passed through the territory of Kappa Kappa Alpha Gamma Alpha Sigma, which is the name of the woman who rules the Scythians there, having been appointed at the time by Anagai, chief of the tribe of the Utigurs.